Hi, I'm Joanne Rafalowski, and I'm from the Ontario Horticulture Association. And today I'm going to just make a small centerpiece for the holiday season. So I want to say happy holidays to everyone. If you haven't seen the outdoor urn that I made, I'll repost that because a lot of these pieces are from what I didn't use when I was doing my outdoor one. So what I have is my container, and I have some wet oasis. Now remember, with the wet oasis, you got to put it in the water and let it soak, let it sink, so it's at least 20 minutes. So as long as it sinks, and you'll feel the weight difference when it's dry to when it's wet, and that way everything will stay nice and fresh. So I'm going to start off, I just have some roses I got from the grocery store. Some of this leather leaf fern came with the roses, so I'm just going to use those, because the more greenery you use, the different types, the more interesting it looks. And what we want to do first is hide the oasis, so we don't want to see our wet oasis. So we just want to put some greenery around. So I've got some cedar, some white pine, some spruce, so it'll be just a nice mixture. This is the white pine's a little bit longer here. So just cut everything on an angle, and I'm just going to put it into just to give it some length. Because for something this small, you can make it look nice and full. You'd be surprised. So just get your greenery, cut it on an angle. Just make sure there's no greenery right at the end. And then just put it into your wet oasis. So we're just going to work away at that, just doing everything. And making sure we hide our oasis. And remember, you can always turn it around to make sure you get all sides. So because if it's sitting in the middle of a table, everybody's going to be able to see it. Or if it's if it's against a wall or something, then you don't have to worry sometimes as much at the one side. So this is white pine again. I'm just going to put it in here. I love the smell of cedar. It always smells so good. And if you do this and really soak that oasis, it should last right through the holiday season. And you can always just spritz it with a little bit of water to keep it nice and moist. And it'll smell nice. There's nothing nicer than smelling the cedar when you come indoors. And just put it in, whoops, just cut it on an angle. Put it in. So remembering that the more greenery that you use, the different kinds, the better it'll look. It'll just look nice and full and interesting. So as you can see, most of the greenery is in now. So I'm just doing a few final touches. I have some magnolia leaves that I'm going to use. I thought I'd give it some, so you can use it on the green or the orangey kind of side, and it just gives it some more texture coming in and out. So you can't see the oasis. And then I'm going to start putting some roses in. Let me just put in a bit of greenery. So you can use roses or any kind of flowers that you like to put in. Sometimes they use hydrangeas. If I find some at the store, they're nice and big and they can fill in nicely. So anything that you like. I have some pine cones I'm going to use, but if you like using ribbon or any kind of color that goes with your color scheme for Christmas, that's great. So just use whatever you have. And remember, when you're making your outdoor urns, just keep all the little pieces, and you can make a few centerpieces. So I'm going to get some roses. These roses are nice and big. So I'm going to take all the leaves off. I'm going to cut it on an angle. And this one will be in the middle. And then I'm just going to go around and put some on the sides. So these ones, as I said before, I just picked up at the grocery store. They came with some leather leaf fern, which I've used in here too, which gives it a nice look. So I'm just putting it in. And greenery's getting in there. Okay. So it's coming out to the side. So again, you can use any color you want. Whoops. Just make sure it's secure in there. I think it was, oops. Just turn it. And just put it. There you go. And then we have this one, so cut it on an angle. And just put it on the side. And I have some pine cones that I've just put wire around and then skewered them a little bit, and then I'm going to cut that. And I'm going to put those in too, just to give it, and they're a little bit white around the edges, so it looks nice with the white roses. So I'll get some more roses here. So again, because the roses come in, a dozen, if you don't use them all and you still have some greenery, you can make another small arrangement to put somewhere else. So you can get a lot of use out of a dozen roses. And the greenery always looks nice this time of year, just in the smell. And then just cut it on an angle. And just put it to the side. I might use maybe 2 more roses just to fill it up. Cut it on an angle. Make sure there's no leaves or anything. I'll just put it in here. And I'll get one more. So this one's fairly simple. You can go as elaborate as you want in your color scheme. Just gonna put that in like that. And then I have some more pine cones I'm going to put in. I'm going to just cut that down a bit. I just wire them, put the skewer on, and just put it around. Oops, there. And it just gives it a nice look. Putting that in. And just turning it. Let me put one more. So again, I'm just going to cut it a little bit and just place it in. And just looking around. I might use a couple more roses. I love a nice full. I love the green and white together, and I think the pine cones having that little bit of white gives it a nice, and this is pretty simple, but it looks elegant. You could put it on the table, you could put it on an end table, a coffee table. Let's put a couple more on this side. And just remember, if you move something, if you put it into the oasis and then think, well, that's not where I want to put it, just make sure you do another fresh cut and try not to put it in the same place that you took it out of. And then everything will last longer. So there you go. I think that's nice. It's going to be on my table. And it just, so do whatever color scheme that you like. Put whatever ornaments or Christmas decorations that you have. And I would love to see what you come up with. So send them to me. So thank you and happy holidays.